What corporate America won't tell you is that you're not stuck, you're just unbranded. Corporate America will hand you a title before they actually hand you identity. And that's the trap. Most leaders are actually promoted. And once they actually get promoted, they're promoted based on an old version of themselves, and they're not mentally ready for what's about to come in their leadership journey. So, if you're performing leadership, then you're actually walking around hoping that someone validates you. You're hoping that someone gives you permission. And actually, you're hoping someone confirms that you're in the room. But here's the thing I need you to understand: you don't need confirmation of validation. You're actually in the room, but you're not owning the space in the room. So essentially, you're not exhausted because you're overworking. You're exhausted because your leadership is actually a performance. And as long as it's a performance, you will always shrink back. You will always look for validation. You'll always look for confirmation. And that confirmation only comes once you know internally your leadership identity and or your leadership branding. You keep thinking, if I work harder, others will notice me. It's not about you working harder and others noticing you. They see you. They just don't envision you in the next role because you've been performing your leadership all this time. The boardroom rewards clarity, it rewards identity, it rewards presence. And right now, you're struggling with those because you're stuck in an identity that you haven't quite clarified, not to them, but more so to yourself. You're stuck in this weird place that you can't seem to shake. And here's why: because you're showing up to a job as the version of you that got the job, but not the version of you that can actually maintain it and dominate it. Or maybe when you speak, the information that you're providing is not landing quite right. Or possibly you adjust who you are depending on who is in the room. And if all of those things are happening, get your pen and paper. Here comes the secret sauce. Number one, state your leadership identity. Who are you? Who are you before you walk into the boardroom? Who are you before you walk into your job? Who are you, or who was the old version of you, and who are you trying to become? That's number one. Number two, and this is my favorite one because this is going to reinforce your leadership identity. Every single decision that you make should be based on the next level or the elevation of your leadership branding, the elevation of your leadership identity. And when every choice you make reflects that, it's not about proving yourself. It is about really honestly stepping into your leadership branding because the decisions that you're making reinforce who you are becoming in your leadership. And the last one, because now that you've got your leadership identity intact, now that you're making decisions based on that leadership identity, now you show up as that. Show up as who you're becoming. Is your communication clear? Are you convinced of what you're talking about? Do you have executive presence? Are you not only thoroughly convinced, but when you communicate that information, is it the vision of the business, of the company? I need you to look at those pieces and begin to put the puzzle together, because as long as you've not realized who you are, make decisions based on that, and then communicate it and show up that way, then my friend, you will stay stuck in the same area that you've been in, which is lack of leadership identity. And this is where most leaders need help, not necessarily in skill, but in leadership alignment. And that is one of the pieces I help my clients with on a consistent basis. The Leadership Alchemy Masterclass, this is what we're talking about. But more importantly, I'm more interested in how you begin to adjust your tone, your posture, who you are, what you say, your communication, how you communicate it, how people feel after they experience you. These are pieces that are talked about in the class that's coming up. Now, if you need more, you know where to find me right here. But more importantly, what is it that you're trying to do? Let me know in the comments, which pieces of the puzzle are you having a challenge with? I help you stop performing leadership and actually to start living. You don't need more time. You don't need another book. You need a transformation. You need to be aligned with who you are internally so it can match what you're doing externally. Like, comment, and follow for more.